second take. I know we've been going for so long. I mean, I am back with no hair, and Armand hates it. But the reason it's taken so long is Armand's fault. So speaking of that, how are you?
I'm okay. I'm just a busy person. I do a lot of things. Life is rough, but I'm here. Second Take is here. We have so much to discuss today, so let's get into it, Joe.
Yeah, there's a lot to discuss. So we're going to try to not make this 5 hours long, which it could easily be. So first round of the playoffs is coming to an end. We have one more series that's going on, I think. Yeah, and that would be the Clippers-Spurs series. Game 7 is tomorrow night. Pulling for the Clips. The series is tied 3-3. This is our only Game 7, and it's exciting. Oh, wait, I lied. The Hawks and Nets series is still going on, which I thought the Hawks could win the East, and if they are struggling against the Nets, we have some problems. The Raptors got swept by the Wizards. Drake is upset. I'm sure we'll get a mixtape soon. The Bulls beat the Bucks in the 4-2 series. Last night they played the last game of the series. The Bulls won by 54 points. I didn't get to see the game. I don't know how that happened. What I'm so confused about is what changed from last game to this game, because the Bucks won the last game. I have no idea what happened. No idea. It's the highest loss in a playoff in the history of the NBA. So that's just madness. Which is good though, because I have the Bulls beating the Cavs next round, so I'm not too upset about it.
Yeah, these playoffs they've been very interesting. But yeah, I agree. I also have the Bulls advancing past the Cavaliers. I'm just very upset that OKC's not in. It still hurts.
Okay, I'm cutting him off because he's going to keep dwelling on. Oh, wait, you got to talk about your coach though.
Yes. So Oklahoma City did fire Scott Brooks, and I do support the decision. Scott Brooks had a lot of success with us. But we got Billy Donovan, who is the head coach of the Florida Gators, who've been very successful in college basketball. I'm very happy with this. I think that Billy Donovan can bring a lot to us. Kevin Durant is excited to work with him. And if Durant is excited to work with him, that's a good thing, because your star needs to be on point with your head coach. Now, I am not guaranteeing that Oklahoma City is going to go start and win 3 championships in a row, but I do think that we are going to be successful.
Yes, because players are always so honest about how they feel about their coaches. So anyway, Cavaliers swept the Celtics. I thought the Celtics could give me something. They gave me nothing. Warriors swept the Pelicans. This was fun because Steph Curry hit a 3 at the end of Game 3 to take it into overtime. Steph Curry, man, the man. This is something that hurts me because you guys know, I'm big on Damian Lillard, big on the Trailblazers. They almost got swept. They lost the series 4-1 to the Grizzlies. I didn't give Grizzlies enough of a chance. Grizzlies-Warriors next round, that is going to be fun. That's going to be real fun. Mike Conley of the Grizzlies has a broken face. He looks very rough right now. Everything's bruised and hurt. So if he's in the game, Grizzlies are going to put up a good fight against the Warriors. And then I talked about Clippers-Spurs tied 3-3. This one's real fun. This one is so much fun. It's a whole lot of hack of DeAndre Jordan, which is the most obnoxious thing in the world. It's a lot of Chris Paul, Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin has been incredible. Blake Griffin. Okay, I got 2 MVPs of the playoffs so far, and it's Blake Griffin and Dwight Howard. I understand my Dwight Howard thing is biased, but he actually is killing the game. Blake Griffin. I mean, no one's expecting it. He's not just dunking. He's shooting from the perimeter, shooting in the paint, blocking, doing this, and that, assisting. He's killing it. Blake Griffin, man. Don't sleep on B. Griff.
Yeah, and I completely agree with you. The Clippers are putting up a very good fight, and a lot of people slept on the Spurs. People were like, oh, yeah, Spurs, they weren't as dominant this year going to the playoffs, so, they might get knocked out first round. Nope. You do not ever count out the Spurs when it comes to the playoffs. As long as Greg Popovich is calling the shots, Tim Duncan is on the court, Tony Parker is on the court, Ginobili's on the court, Kawhi, the Spurs are always a threat. And
I got Clippers, man. Clippers are playing, and All right, Rockets Mavs. That was a fun series as well. Rockets ended up winning the series 4-1. I want to see Clippers Rockets because that's fun. Mavs had some drama. Chandler Parsons got hurt, out for the rest of the series. Really sad for them. Rajon Rondo has bad attitude. Claims he has a back injury. I don't know, but Rick Carlisle and Rondo, we know they have beef. They have not gotten along at all. And not shortly after Rondo gets out, Carlisle says they have parted ways with Rondo. Yeah, Rondo needs to get it together. He's a free agent. A lot of people are going to want him because he's really, really good, but this attitude of his is just – and then I already mentioned Dwight Howard is killing it. I think in the 5th game he had like 19 rebounds, ended the game, 19 rebounds. He has just been – I think he had a double-double every single game. Incredible. So proud of Dwight for showing out. And, yeah, I'm trying to see that Rockets Clippers because we've had some fun with Josh Smith and Dwight Howard, a little Lob City right there in Houston. So I'm just painting the picture for you. James Harden versus Chris Paul. DeAndre Jordan versus Dwight Howard. Blake Griffin slamming it down. Dwight Howard slamming it down. Lobs and lobs. It's going to be fun. Just let it happen. I don't want to see Spurs Rockets. I don't think it's going to be very fun.
Yes, but you have to understand that in the playoffs, dunks in Lob City, we're looking to see good people. So I do not want to see that.
Stop. See, he's saying this because he's not in Texas. You don't see how annoying these Spurs fans are. You don't have to see what I see every day on Twitter. You know what? Listen, this is what I'm saying. I don't want to see the Cavs in the finals. I don't want to see the Spurs in the finals. Not because I hate either team, but because I do not want to see a finals with the Spurs and LeBron for the billionth year in a row. I'm sick of it. Let someone else get their shine. Let somebody else get that spot. That's what I want.
I mean, that just shows that the rest of the NBA needs to step their game up. If LeBron,
okay, but they are stepping their game up. Look at those Clippers, man.
I mean, all right, so we'll see. So then, if the Warriors, because you know I like to give the Warriors a lot of critique. If the Warriors are as good as everyone says they are, then the Warriors will be in the finals. And
no, the Rockets are going to be in the finals.
We'll see about that. I don't think that this is the Rockets here. The Rockets are very talented. James Harden.
Rockets have the best chance of going to the finals.
I would not say that at all. I cannot agree with that.
Easy. Everyone else agrees with me. All right. I told you we have a lot to talk about, and we wasted way too much time on NBA. The draft round 1 was last night. Number 1 pick was Jameis Winston. I vomited a little. Last pick to the New England Patriots Super Bowl champs was my boy Malcolm Brown from Texas. Defensive tackle Malcolm Brown, not the running back. We got 2 of them. One has an L, one doesn't. Malcolm, great pickup. He's going to be taking Vince Wilfork's spot, which is a really good place to be. And you kind of get to work with Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. So shout out to him. Draft was pretty predictable. Some weird stuff, but not too much. The weirdest thing was that Malcolm Brown sat out until the last pick of the draft. He was ranked to go in the top 20. Marcus Mariota went second. All that was pretty predictable. Armand, what are your 3 best picks in the draft?
I would have to go with Jameis Winston to the Buccaneers. I think that Jameis Winston will be able to establish something that the Buccaneers can get going if they have a 5 to 8 year plan. I think that Jameis Winston is the quarterback to do that. Marcus Mariota to the Titans was pretty big. I think that he's going to work very well with that team. I think that they're going to pick up some receivers in free agency. I think that Marcus Mariota is the dynamic quarterback that they would need as a dual threat to really help that team out. And then my Colts picked up a receiver, Kenny Dorsett, I believe his name is, from Miami. Very happy about that due to the fact that we did lose my boy Reggie Wayne. So my Colts are looking like we're really going to get things going with Andre Johnson and Frank Gore. So those are my 3 best picks. But overall, pretty predictable draft. I'd like to point out that it was pretty balanced in terms of offensive and defensive players that were drafted in the first round. Usually it leans more to one side than the other, but it was pretty balanced. So, yeah.
All right, I'm not saying either of those 2 picks are the best because I think both of them are not going to be very successful in the NFL. I do like Mariota, but he's still going to be on the Titans. They were 2-14 last season. I don't know. You're the running back for me. I think a really great pickup was picked up the Rams early. They already got my boy Nick Foles. I think Nick Foles to Todd Gurley could be something very good. Also, the Chargers got Melvin Gordon. Melvin Gordon, that's somebody that's a good pickup right there. I think that he is extremely talented, and I think that's going to translate to the NFL. So I see Phillip Rivers, Melvin Gordon. I see that something beautiful. And you know what? The Eagles didn't upset me. There's been a lot of upsetting news with the Eagles, but I was pretty proud we picked up Nelson Aguilar from USC. He's a receiver. That's what we need because we no longer have my boy J-Mac because Chip Kelly likes to get rid of everyone. So second round is tonight. Still waiting on some more Longhorns to go. The Big 12 only had, I think, like 2 or 3 players go. ACC was leading it with the most players drafted. So yeah, you know, as Armand said, draft was pretty predictable, nothing crazy. A good amount of tackles went early. That was a little surprising. A lot of big guys in that green room were going, so that was a little weird. But I have a new favorite person, Laken Tomlinson. Who did he get picked up by? He was, I think he was picked up by the Bengals or the Browns, something like that. He's from Duke. He seems like an awesome person. He's actually pre-med, and that was really great. Anyway, now we got to talk about the fight in our last few minutes. Tomorrow is the day we've been waiting for. Mayweather versus Pacquiao, okay? I had a serious internal conflict when I learned more about my boy Floyd Mayweather. You know, I've always been money team, and then I found out he's been charged with domestic violence 5 times. I don't like that. And I don't support that, and I don't like how he's handled it. He's kind of a jerk if you ask him about it. Regardless of that, trying to stay out of that, but it's really hard for me to do that. Serious moral dilemma, but I still got to go with Mayweather. Still rooting for the money team. I think it's going to be fun. I don't think it's going to be a KO or anything like that. Could go a few rounds. We could be up pretty late watching this thing. It's really going to be fun. I don't know. I mean, Floyd just seems way too into it to let this thing go out of his hands. And no disrespect to Pacquiao. I think it's going to be a great fight. If you're lucky enough or if you're stupid enough to drop $75,000 to attend the fight, you let me know how it is live. But I'm going to be watching it for $99 on my TV. That's why they call him the money man. So anyway, I don't know. I gotta go with money on this. I got to go with him.
This is going to be a great fight. This is the fight that I've been waiting for. This is the fight that everyone's been waiting for. This is going to be one of the greatest fights in boxing history, in my opinion. It's going to be among one of those Ali Frazier. It's just. However, Manny Pacquiao is slowly dwindling out of his prime, and Floyd Mayweather is arguably one of the greatest fighters in the world. I think that Manny Pacquiao has just been too prepared to fight Mayweather and too prepared to shut his mouth to lose this fight. He's finally got a shot to fight Floyd Mayweather, and I think that he's going to end up beating him. But by decision, it's going to go very deep, and it's going to be a very, very tight fight. But I think that Pacquiao is going to go hard and give Floyd Mayweather a very, very, very tough time and ultimately win this fight by decision.
Oh, you're going with Pacquiao.
Yes, Pacquiao. Yeah.
Ooh, I think we're going to have a lot to talk about next week. Also, I want to correct myself. I was wrong. Laken Tomlinson went to Detroit. So that's my bad. But interesting take. I think everyone's pretty split on it. It's 2 very different styles of fighting. And, you know, it's scary because Floyd's undefeated and he's trying to end it undefeated. And this could really mess him up. But, you know, at the end of the day, Floyd is going to be driving off in one of his 5 Bugattis. So who is the real winner here? Okay. I don't know when you're going to be seeing us next. I think Armand said we're going to start doing Fridays. Mr. Busy Bee over here. Okay, he's giving me a really weird – I don't know what he's doing. So I think we're going to be doing Fridays. We will talk about all this. We're going to be talking about really everything that we just talked about over again except more results from it. So just sit at home and watch your TV this weekend because you got, for those of you who like horse racing, we got the Kentucky Derby, the draft, playoffs still, and the fight tomorrow. I'm stressed. I need another TV because I can't watch the fight and basketball at the same time. But go Clippers, go Floyd. Let's do this thing.
Yes. Have a good night.